I could get used to this.
I got carried.
No time to lose.
Decided by destiny.
Shouldn't let your guard down. Bring it on.
Retribution!
Wheel of life.
Have a little taste.
No time to lose. No time to lose. You should really bring the Knights of Favonius with you next time. I wonder what the rest of the Harbingers are up to. Plotting and scheming on an ever grander scale, no doubt.
I still have a lot to do at the guild. How about you take a rest while I go back?
Shadows of fate.
Keep back!
Decided by destiny.
I taste blood.
Sacred name. Fortune preserve.
Keep back!
Shadows of...
Verdict is...
Keep back!
Fate
Orders
is upon
given.
you.
Orders received.
Keep back!
Retribution!
Life goes on.
Written in
Orders
the
given.
stars.
Orders received.
Retribution!
Let me
Keep back!
Written in the stars.
I still have...
I smell rabbit.
You should really bring the Knights of Favonius with you next time.
I keep watch. You leave, you call me. I'm hungry. Let's hunt.
Guess we can rest a bit.
I'm hungry. Let's hunt.
You should really bring the Knights of Favonius with you next time.
I keep watch. You leave, you call me.
You should really bring the Knights of Favonius with you next time.
I smell rabbit.
You should really bring the Knights of Favonius with...
I keep watch. You leave, you call me.
Rise.
You should really bring the Knights of Favonius with you next time.
I smell rabbit.
I created another universe and founded paradise. For I, Fischl, am the Prinzessin der Verirrt...
You should really bring the Knights of Favonius with you next time.
I smell rabbit.
You should really bring the Knights of Favonius with you next time.
I'm hungry. Let's hunt.
That wheel of life.
Keep back!
Faster. Orders given. Orders received.
Written in the stars.
Keep back! Burn! Keep back! This.
Orders given. Orders received. Wheel of Life. Delves into
This. Keep back.
go. Written in the stars. Delves into destiny.
Keep back.
Rise. Sacred name. Fortune preserver.
Keep back.
Written in the stars.
Divination is about precisely foretelling one's written destiny. Over-embellishing that fate only leads to misconception.
I'm hungry. Let's hunt.
Divination is about precisely foretelling one's written destiny. Over-embellishing that fate only leads to misconception.
I keep watch. You leave, you call me.
Astrologers must rid themselves of material desires. Only by ridding one. Fate is called as such, for it cannot be changed, nor can it be reversed. It can only but be accepted. hypostasis emulation! Decided by destiny!
Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt. Yeah.
Curses! Delve into destiny!
No time to lose.
Absorption test! Animo test 63... Shadows of Fate!
Riptide.
Written in the stars!
Where I'm from, if we didn't keep moving, we'd freeze to death. Literally.
Go.
Don't we have a job to do?
I'm hungry. Let's hunt. Right.
Try not to enjoy this too much.
Time for retribution!
Opening box of Adeptatrix.
Try not to enjoy this too much. Blitz.
Keep back! Keep back!
Come a little closer. Try not to enjoy this too much.
Rise. Opening box of Adeptatrix.
You've been a naughty boy. Let's spark things up a little.
Keep back!
gentle. You.
Verticus! Keep back!
Wheel of life. Orders given. Orders received. Go. Ta. 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 Yeah.
Verticus! Lupica! My Lupica!
Faster? Okay, faster.
I still have a lot to do at the guild. How about you take a rest while I go back?
I keep watch. You leave, you call me.
I still have a lot to do at the guild. How about you take a rest while I go back?
I smell rabbit.
Wheel of Life.
Keep back! Time for retribution!
Life goes on. Faster? Okay, faster. Sacred name. Fortune preserve.
Retribution!
I see how it is. You can't run!
Wheel of Life.
Shiver!
Guess we can rest a bit.
I keep watch. You leave, you call me. I'm hungry. Let's hunt.
Ad Astra Abyssos. Ad a Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
The neighboring nation of
My
Liyue.
apologies. If I could sketch you as...
All of Tibet.
Life goes on.
Oh? I didn't think I would see you here.
Are these two your friends?
Yes. We had the fortune of meeting not too long ago. They are quite a knowledgeable and talented pair, and a pleasure to be around. Traveler, we were just discussing the history of Rex Lapis. Would you like to listen?
This, good sir, seems not to appreciate the almighty power of the Lord of Geo. As a professional archaeologist, I'm inclined to correct some of his erroneous views. We are discussing the whereabouts of the first Mora.
The first Mora?
As everyone knows, the Lord of Geo taught the ancient people of Liyue the craft of smelting, creating goods that allowed them to develop trade with the early nations of that time. Today, Liyue holds the sole right to cast Mora in the entire continent of Teyvat. The world's very first Mora should have been cast by the hands of the Lord of Geo himself thousands of years ago.
According to my research, as well as my own hypothesis, I believe that this coin of unique historical significance has been passed down secretly through the years as a kind of token. For example, perhaps the Qixing who control the Liyue use it in some kind of unknown ceremony they hold when they come to power.
No. My research indicates that the first Mora coin is not such a simple thing. Mora is a catalyst. This we all know. Even today, Mora is used in the mystic arts for its curious properties of weapon enhancement. The world's first Mora would no doubt possess the strongest power. My next historical treatise will boldly expound on the newest findings from my intense decade-long research. That is, that the Lord of Geo used this original Mora as a catalyst to enhance a dagger and a sword.
A dagger and a sword?
Well, buy the book when it comes out to read the full story. For now, I will only reveal this. The one who finds the dagger shall become supreme in Liyue, and the one who finds the sword may be crowned Liyue's sovereign.
I can't say I agree. Let us not speak of the authenticity of the dagger and sword first. But Mora and money came about simply because they are a convenient measure of a contract's value. Rex Lapis just meant for Mora to serve as a catalyst for people to exchange and trade. The world's first Mora is probably just an ordinary coin created by Rex Lapis. As for its fate, the same as all Mora, I suspect. It was simply spent somewhere.
I think that Mr. Hanshua's hypothesis seems reasonable. Mr. Zhongli's argument, on the other hand, lacks any evidence. How can you so easily dismiss the Lord of Geo's profound foresight?
No, I am not debating right or wrong. I am simply stating a fact.
Enough! Do you think you understand the Lord of Geo more than me?
I know but little about history, and I wouldn't dare to brag. But discussion is meaningless if everyone has the same opinion, no?
Well then, answer me this. Long ago, when Liyue Harbor was being constructed, the Lord of Geo taught the people how to build houses. The model home he used to teach them was completely cast from Mora, correct?
That is correct, indeed.
Okay, then tell me. Why would the Lord of Geo do something so extravagant, if not because of the mystical power that Mora contains?
There's a simple explanation, really. To the god of wealth and commerce, what material is easier to get than Mora? I mean, I am talking about Rex Lapis.
Excuse me, sir. I have some questions about archaeology. Can we find somewhere quiet to chat? I mean, if it's okay with you.
Oh, it's no problem at all. But may my friend accompany us?
Of course. They can come if that's what pleases you, sir. Let's go. What I'm about to say is a bit disrespectful of the Lord of Geo and would draw a lot of angry looks. So it's best to discuss this somewhere quiet. Your argument just now exhibited acuteness of speech and thought. Most importantly, you don't fall for the boasting and acting of the others. You remain objective. So I have a question for you. Perhaps you will answer differently from other scholars. Do you think that all the gods that the Geo Archon killed were evil?
Let's not analyze it in terms of good versus evil. Rex Lapis placed great importance on the integrity of contracts. So any gods he killed certainly must have broken some kind of contract.
Right! The Lord of Geo wouldn't kill the innocent.
But when I was doing some research, I learned about the legend of the god of salt. The god of salt, Havria, was a very kind god, but she encountered Morax one day in battle. Morax used a rather underhanded trick to assassinate her.
What? No way!
This bit of history is a long story. But you may not like the truth when you hear it.
Don't worry, please tell me what you know. This event, I've already...
No, it's just... Where should I begin?
Over here, Mr. Zhongli. I've been looking for you. Ah.
Put down your weapon and stay back. Otherwise, Paimon's reporting you to the Millelith.
First of all, I'm not holding a weapon. There's no need to overreact now. I'm simply an archaeological researcher from Snezhnaya. I'm not here for trouble.
The Fatui say that every time.
But this time, I registered with the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs. I could show you the official documentation if you want to see it. I will be conducting an archaeological survey here, the results of which will all be shared with the ministry. I heard that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor had a consultant named Zhang Li, with immense knowledge of ancient history and archaeology. So I paid Wangsheng Funeral Parlor a handsome amount to hire Zhang Li as my own consultant while I'm in town.
So you mean to say that this is work for the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, yes? Well, since it's work, I don't have a choice. A consultant of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor must respect their duty.
Of course you would be such a reasonable man. Well then, let's head out now, shall we?
Wait, if you are studying archaeology, can I go too? I am also a scholar in this field, so I can help.
That will give us a chance to continue the topic we were just discussing. Oh, and you should tag along too. This experience may be of help to you on your future adventures. It is a story from before the rise of the Seven. Although the god of salt has already perished, it will still be a meaningful experience for your journey.
Wait. This is an archaeological expedition, not a tour group. That's too many people.
But this friend of mine has a treasure-finding talent, surpassed by no one. It will surely be of great help to us.
Oh? What talent?
If my friend espies a treasure chest, they will absolutely find a way to open it.
Hey, Paimon's good at that too!
Well, that is quite enticing. All right then. Well, let's go. There's no time to waste. When the Overlord of the Vortex was crushed by the Jade Chamber recently, an ancient artifact would be good. Traces of ancient activity would be... This place looks so ordinary. Can we really find anything valuable here?
Huh? Paimon thinks it looks really great.
I don't mean the scenery, but rather that there should be something out of the ordinary. A big battle did just occur and all, and I don't even know where to begin looking here.
Guyan Stone Forest is actually the perfect place to be if you wish to learn about the gods or the history of the Archon War. Legend has it that Rex Lapis threw spears made of large rock into the sea here, piercing and crushing the Overlord of the Vortex. After many years of wind erosion, those stone spears have turned into the unique rock formations we see now.
These mountains were the Lord of Geo's...
What we see now is just the part of them that remains. The stone spears hurled by Rex Lapis all those years ago were much greater, both in number and in size. But due to the different angles they landed at, their large centers of mass, erosion by seawater, and years of gravity, many of them have been completely swallowed by the sea. So besides wind erosion, the initial collapsing of the stone spears also played a big part in the formation of Guyan Stone Forest.
Well, a god able to fight one so powerful as Rex Lapis was certainly very strong in its own right.
Indeed. This is where the value lies in research at Guyan Stone Forest. Most of the objects from that time were lost to the sea. But the gigantic waves created by the Overlord of the Vortex have given those sunken objects a chance to see the light of day again.
So you're saying that if we look carefully, we'll be able to get very, very rich I mean, rich with archaeological knowledge and historical value, yes? That's all I seek in life. Well, since we...
Okay then. I will go with my friend here. Although I have a smattering of knowledge in various disciplines, when it comes to archaeology, I can't compete with the expert here.
Huh? Me?
What's the matter? This is your profession.
I get it.
Okay. If we find anything valuable or rare, let's meet on the shore opposite from here. The ancient god probably left behind lots of elemental marks. Following them should make our search much easier.
Well, go ahead then. Use your elemental sight to look for any marks.
Keep back!
Out of the frying pan, into the fire! Why are there enemies here?
Guyan Stone Forest is a place where a god was defeated, and its remnants still affect the area to this day.
Why?
See that object in the center? Perhaps it emits the remnant strength of the god. That would certainly attract them. But the hydromimic monsters... I have a contract, and must put my personal feelings aside. Go ahead. Defeat them, and recover the relic. It's just a stone slab, but its design is quite unique. This should be enough to garner some information. Let's head back.
You call yourself a scholar of archaeology? You can't even recognize this or that. What are you good for?
We all have our areas of expertise. I already tried very hard.
Oh, stop arguing! What in the world?
This girl just keeps bragging about how she's an archaeologist, but she doesn't even know anything about the surrounding ruins. She left me to rely solely on guessing, experience, to find anything valuable to take back. Ugh.
I've just been researching the God of Salt, so I'm not familiar with sea relics. Is that so strange? And you kept asking about how much Mora everything is worth. Can the value of relics only be measured in Mora?
Isn't measuring their value in Mora the easiest way? This also matches the traditions of Liyue, doesn't...
Now, calm down. No need to make a fuss. We were able to bring back some intriguing objects. Let's have a look. Oh, what a shame. These objects were indeed washed ashore by the Overlord of the Vortex, but they have nothing to... The stone slab we found, however, has a mysterious pattern and faint aura of divine power. Perhaps...
Quick, give it to me! At least we didn't come for nothing. The power of the god... Oh, but these other objects are certainly worth a little something, right? It should be enough to...
So, it's only valuable for research if there are remnants of...
Not at all. My quest to uncover the history of the God of Salt is because... But you? You're just trying to use archaeology to...
Nonsense! I'm a professional archaeology researcher from Snezhnaya. I swear, if I'm lying, may the Lord of Geo strike me down!
Oh, by the way, you probably do...
Oh? What?
That's not an ancient teacup. It's part of Ningguang's collection. It must have fallen here along with the Jade Chamber.
I see. What a shame. It was of such high...
See? You do want to sell these objects!
But, so what? Why can't I pursue wealth both intellectual and material? Don't be so simple-minded. All right, then. No need to stay here any longer. I'm rather quite intrigued by the God of Salt, too, actually. Let's go to Sal Tarai.
Guard them! No time.
I heard that Sal Turai was once the home of the God of Salt's people. Therefore, there's sure to be loads.
According to legend, the people of the God of Salt, Havria, enjoyed prosperous lives under her but this legend has been around for ages. With the countless scrap collectors and treasure hoarders in the area, there probably aren't many valuable things left here.
Oh, good. That's just great. If I knew it was picked this clean before, I wouldn't have come.
About that, I know there's a ruin deep in this cave here. It's related to the God of Salt, which is actually how the area originally got its name of Sal Turai. However, the ruin entrance has been sealed by has been able to break the seal. I found a mechanism that seemed to be related to the seal, but when I undid the mechanism, the seal wasn't affected at all. So at the moment, the seal's origin and how to break it are very important topics in my research on the God of Salt. I don't know, there's no concrete evidence. The God of Salt was a benevolent god, adored by the people, not to mention powerful. She wouldn't have any kind of shameful secrets to hide. Hide some truth is very possibly her killer.
This doesn't sound like something the Lord of Geo would do, though.
Who cares about all that? It sounds like countless treasures of the God of Salt lie within this ruin, just waiting for someone to find them, right?
You weren't listening at all, were you? Ugh.
Ah, but we have the illustrious Mr. Zhongli with us. He looks like he knows just about everything. A little seal shouldn't be any trouble for him.
This seal seems to be quite ancient. Even Mr. Zhongli may not know all of its secrets.
I may know something about it.
What?
Over the years, I've heard various rumors with bits of knowledge about seals. Although their references seem rather disorderly, they do in fact contain the secret to breaking seals. Let's go take a look at the mechanism Miss Wanyan just mentioned.
Okay, since Mr. Zhongli says so.
No time to lose.
Here it is. There's some debris scattered here that, when put together, look like they definitely had to do with the God of Salt. According to the inscription on this... See that? Although we activated the mechanism, nothing happened to the seal.
That's because there's actually another mechanism that must be activated.
This place seems familiar. When I investigated the seal last time, I had someone with a vision accompany, but when we lit up all the elemental monuments...
That's because you don't just need to activate them at the same time, but in a certain order as well. The secret to this puzzle is hidden in the legends about the Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingce in the north. All desolate and devoid of life. Liyue is vast, Yet even one haven...
To the north, to the east. Do the people of Liyue always...
I think I've heard this saying before.
Certainly you have. To provide a at that time. And that haven...
How sad, then.
Okay, enough.
Tianheng with this clue. Let me lead the way from here.
Who's next?
Rise.
Look! The seal really was broken! Mr. Zhongli is indeed quite remarkable.
It was nothing, really. Now, it's time that people learn the hidden truth, lost to time.
Life goes on.
Before entering the ruin, I have a proposal that will help us prevent the kind of senseless arguing between you two that we saw at Guyonstone Forest.
Okay. What is it?
I propose you two agree upon a contract, stipulating that we alternate who gets claim to each treasure we encounter, with only one object permitted per claim. To show my sincerity, I won't be taking any treasure. This will just be between...
Hey! Don't pass an opportunity.
I don't agree. I mean, you want me to split the treasure with this amateur?
I don't agree either. He will only defile the precious relics left...
Well then, if the contract is not agreed upon, I will no longer serve as your consultant on this expedition. You will have to rely on your own experience to find whatever treasures are hidden in this ruin, as well as traps.
You have the audacity to demand this! Okay then. Even half of the treasure in the long-sealed ruin of the God of Salt should be enough to make a fortune.
If you want me to agree upon this contract, so be it. I just have one request, Mr. Zhongli. If we discover the truth behind the God of Salt, you must judge it fairly.
I can accept this arrangement. Well then, let's go.
Keep back!
Are these statues?
No. These are people.
Ugh.
They were probably followers of the god of salt.
How did they become this way?
What in the world is hidden deep in this ruin?
Gather! Quake!
Look at this! It's filled.
Oh, it just looks like a fancy salt holder. Seems like the god of
According to my knowledge, it's no ordinary vessel. Although it is only half full, it is also forever half full. That is to say, it is bottomless.
What? You're saying that even if I pour the salt out, the amount inside...
Exactly.
Able to produce endless salt. The god of salt is...
Finally. After all that effort, I've found pressure. I just need to pour the endless salt into 1,000 or 10...
Hey! How can you use a relic of...
If Mr. Clement wants this salt chalice, then the next object we find will belong to Miss Wanyan, according to the contract.
Of course, as we agreed. But how can anything be worth more than this rare...
Since we have a contract...
Then let's move on, shall we?
Rise! Stabilize! I will have order! Crumble! Writhe! Quake! Just a simple ruler. It doesn't look to be...
This, if I remember
Indeed. But the god of salt, when you stick this ruler in the ground, the surrounding area will become covered in salt. Much like a rising... The deeper it is stuck in the ground, the more salt will appear. It is essentially a...
That's even better than the salt chalice!
Well then, according to our contract, the salt ruler goes to Miss Wanyan.
No, unacceptable. I paid for and organized this entire expedition. Why should I? And this girl has been useless. Why would she?
Oh boy, here we go again.
So you are saying you want to break?
So what if I break it? Now that I've seen how the mechanisms in this ruin work, I no longer... Let's not forget who hired who here. Why should I?
Because you agreed to a... Rex Lapis once said, ones who break their contracts shall suffer the wrath of the rock.
That is one of your Liyue gods. I am from Snezhnaya. I...
will suffer the wrath of the rock. You may find it rather unpleasant.
Pay your dues. Quake! No escape.
Opening box of Adepti tricks.
Gather! Rise! Order guide you.
I shall confiscate your treasure as well. You are not worthy to continue any further into the ruin. Leave.
Oh, darn you!
Some archaeological survey. He could only pretend for so long. Hey, Paimon likes Mora, but Paimon doesn't...
Clement's wrongdoing stemmed from greed, yes. But besides greed, there are many other things that may when people see the object of their dreams, how many are really able to control? I think we should be honest with each other.
Huh?
That in truth, not a single member of this archaeological...
Why do you say that?
Miss, you lack even the most basic archaeological knowledge, and can recognize naught but a few simple relics. However, you are an expert when it comes to anything regarding the god of salt. You aren't interested in archaeology or relics. What you're really interested in is the god of salt. I believe those legends about the god of salt that you mentioned on the Pearl Galley are passed down between generations at Yinyuan Hall.
Okay, that's enough. Sir, you are indeed a man of great knowledge and talents. I seem to have been right to seek you out once I plucked up my courage. You're right. I'm not a scholar of archaeology. I come from one of the... Our ancestors were those protected by the god of salt all those years ago, when the Archon War engulfed the land in chaos.
Oh, right! Now that you mention it, the people of Liyue very seldom use the name Morax.
During the war, Morax assassinated our god out of envy for her power. He left us alone and lost in the world. We hate him! But this is so We agreed to a contract that we will face the truth head on, didn't we, Mr. Zhongli? You must judge this history fairly.
Naturally, of course. But I must add, Liyue is no longer Morax's Liyue. Come with me. All the answers you seek lie ahead.
Rise! Stabilize! Stabilize!
Shouldn't let your guard down.
Order guide you. Solidify.
This is... Aha! It's a broken sword! This is proof! This proves that the God of Salt had to fight back. Fight back against the evil Morax. But sadly, the power of this sword surely is much greater than that of the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler. If we can repair the sword, then we can show the world the mighty power of the God of Salt.
It does look like something left behind.
2 pieces of a broken sword. From an archaeological perspective, these are 2 separate relics. According to the contract, you can only claim 1.
Why? We were alternating claims to treasure, true. But Clement is no longer here.
Yes, but the only 1 object per claim clause still holds true. You cannot take 2 relics at the same time.
This logic!
Zhongli, she seems like a good person, and no one is fighting over the treasure. How about you let...
When there's a contract, nothing can be allowed to slide. If the contract is not followed, then it is broken.
No! If I only take 1/2, then it can't be repaired, and the power of the God of Salt cannot be restored. No matter what, I must be faithful to her. Even if it breaks the contract, I don't care.
So you are already decided? Then there is a price to pay for breaking the contract.
Zhongli!
That is to say, you consign yourself to suffer the wrath of the rock.
That's okay. The God of Salt gave up her life to protect her people. My sacrifice is nothing compared to that. Punish me however you want. Just let me take this proof of my faith.
No, you can't hit her!
Perhaps that punishment would be easier for her. But, as punishment, I will tell you the truth.
Huh? The truth? You mean the truth is my punishment?
Yes. The truth that I am about to tell you shall be your price to pay for breaking the contract. I'm afraid to say that the God of Salt, Havria, was not the powerful god you imagine her to be. Rather, she was a small and weak god who yielded to all other gods. When it came to war, she lost, never able to win a seat among the seven.
What?
During the Archon War, the gods of this world used all their strength and cunning to vie for control of Teyvat. But Havria instead chose to flee. She thought that by giving up before a fight could start, she could save herself and her people from the war. However, during such a long war, there is no end to the advances of aggressors. After making countless concessions, Havria lost all of her lands, until only one small haven remained.
No. No! It can't be so.
In her last days, she had not even a single blade to defend her people with.
Not even a single blade? Then, this sword...
This sword is not a relic belonging to the god of salt, but is instead the murder weapon used to kill her.
Murder weapon? No! That's not true! That can't be true!
As I said before, I only state the facts.
Preposterous! You are a follower of Morax! Don't try to trick me!
Hey! Come back!
Indeed. Otherwise, why would I use the truth as punishment? I did not want to tell her such cruel facts. But the contract was broken. Let's follow her deeper into the ruin. There, I fear, we will find something that will leave her no choice but to face the truth.
Are these statue thingies running? What will we find ahead?
Salt. And betrayal.
What are all these? What did they see? What?
Since you do not trust me, let us continue onward. That which lies beyond this door will show you all that happened back then. This is the scene of the crime. Havria's body dissipated, leaving nothing but these traces of salt. Her dying moments have since been frozen in time to this very day. The story continues that some among her people realized at last that this gentle, kind, but weak god could never protect anyone in wartime. The Archon War was cruel in the extreme. Instead of consigning her to the agony of defeat, they thought perhaps it would be better to give her a quick release.
But what about these statue thingies?
No matter how weak the god, the power that flows forth when they are slain is beyond the strength of mortal coils to bear. Those who could not flee were thus transformed. Those of her people who were untouched by this disaster left for Liyue, where they sought refuge with Rex Lapis. Their descendants feared Havria's remnants and lived in terror that she had laid upon them an eternal curse. So they risked their lives to come here, to break the sword, and offer up obeisances in hopes that her anger might be appeased. But they need not have done so. For how could a god who had never once resisted, even till the end, nurse hatred for her people in her heart?
Even if this is so, I can't. This must be a lie. A false history, all of it! Don't you dare try to shake my faith!
Yikes. Zhongli didn't show any mercy this time either.
This is the price she must pay. Yet I would not call it a bad thing. Judging by how she appeared, I fear that she will struggle for a time. But even if she may not escape that struggle immediately, simply recognizing the truth is good enough for now. Indeed, in ages past, Havria's story served as a warning to me as well. Faith in a god who has already passed will do you no good. So it is for Havria. And so it is for Morax also. All right then. Now, would you like to accompany me in taking a trip to Guyonstone Forest?
Huh?
Treading old ground, telling old stories. One cannot help but be reminded of old acquaintances. Now, I mentioned before that many gods of old have been sealed beneath the Guyonstone Forest. The Adepti have presently handed Liyue over to mortals, and Havria's time was even further in the past. The Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler that she left behind should not return to Liyue. To leave them here is to let them slumber. And it is also a homecoming. I ended an era with my own two hands. I've always wondered how I should remember that which I ended. History records, But history may be changed. This incident proved that. Time is a mighty force, and history's twist in its flow. I need to find a better way of recording history in order to engrave its truth. Stone carvings were one such ancient method, but unchanging stone, immovable earth, even one such as myself.
Zhongli.
Therefore, I thought of you, traveler. You are one who crosses the celestial atlas, and who passes through countless worlds. If our history is engraved in your memory, it will one day accompany you into another world. As long as a traveler like you is able to record what happened, then a backup of sorts will exist for times and tides of Teyvat.
Sounds like tough work.
Now then, it is time that we consigned both the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler to the sea.
Huh? Why do we need to throw them into the sea?
As I said before, this is the place to which the remnants of many bygone gods are consigned. This includes Osial, Overlord of the Vortex, who the Jade Chamber most recently returned to this ocean prison. Thousands of years ago, the Adepti and I fought against the turmoil that plagued every corner of this land. Guyan Stone Forest, where I sealed many gods with my spears. After so long, naught but folktales remain. Osial, you and I were foes, but our ancient grudge is but a bygone memory now. May that which Havria has left behind be yours to subsume. And thus another spark of divinity departs from Liyue. My legacy shall now be left to those who come after to debate. I will remain here for a while. I fear that moments of reminiscence like this can only grow fewer. Though the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler do have power in their own right, if a day comes when he should recover his strength and return, I believe that even so, he will be defeated.
Nice smell.
I will remain here for a while. I fear that is a good question. In the past, I might have given you a but now... Yes. But if this journey was to your liking, why don't you come along the next time I am seeking to preserve memories of Liyue's past?
Is it just Paimon, or is there something weird about those hilichurls over there? Paimon thinks so too. We've seen plenty of hilichurls before, and they're always the bad guys. But this is different. Uh-oh. This is right by the Wangshu Inn too. Oh, the guests are... We've seen it. If we don't do anything about it, Paimon's guilty. Let's go.
Keep that!
These super evil hilichurls are more difficult to defeat than the usual kind, too. Hey! Seems like people are gathering over there. Wonder what they're doing. Whoa! See that guy in the mask? He scared off all the hilichurls. Oh, you mean like Xiao? Now that you mention it, this guy's mask is kind of silly, but the magic he was using seemed even more adeptacy than Xiao's. Hello! Allow us to introduce ourselves.
Please, if you're here to thank me, there's no need. Cleansing the world of evil is the duty of the adept. Wait, who are you? One had assumed you were followers, but on closer inspection, it seems that we have not met.
My name's Paimon, and this is my...
One sees. One too shall introduce oneself. The one before you is the Adeptus, Master of Stars. Though one is better known to one's follower, one descended from one's mountain abode to cleanse the world of evil, whereupon fate saw fit that our paths should cross.
Our wishes? Paimon thought that the Adepti and Liyue were just really good in battle. You mean...
There are different yet it is unbecoming.
Have you seen the... I believe that now. They were watching him use it not long ago. Once it was boiled in Adepti medicine, sure you have to make some...
The Millelith don't really need to do reason. It didn't...
Finally, a light. Oh, after my fiancé had been left, I cried every day. But then I turned to the Master of Stars for help. At his suggestion, I can't...
What do you think? One's adherents may exaggerate a little, but they speak from the heart. Surely you jest. There was once a scene, all things in other... Indeed.
Okay.
Oh? You need but ask. One wanders among mortals, doing good and clean...
Ah, got it.
Now then, what are your wishes? So be it. This wish is not... But first, one must...
What's that supposed...
The way of the Adepti cannot be
What do we do? Paimon doesn't understand him at all. Oh, that's right. Well, Paimon's not forking over anymore. You don't even have a vision. Hey, why don't we make him a tasty snack? No one can resist the temptation of good food. Can they? Yep, a taste... Why don't we head over to Wanwen...
So, you'd like a copy of Yaksha?
Yes. Here.
Oh, aren't you generous? Thank you for...
Hey, isn't that, Star Snapper? What a coincidence running into him again. Did you hear the name of the book he just bought? Well, anyway, it was definitely a book about the Adepti. Why would an Adeptus want to buy a book about himself? Could be. But now that Paimon thinks about it, there's something that's just not right about this guy. Huh. That's a good point. None of the other... Paimon thinks we should check out that book. Hey there! We'd like...
Huh. Since when did that old chestnut become a bestseller? You're a rare breed of youngster if this is what you like to read. So, are you buying or not?
I smell rabbit.
This is the one! Let's see what it's all about, shall we?
In ancient times, Liyue was a land of misery, where the shadow of evil loomed large. As slain gods festered, their vengeful wrath cursed the world, manifesting in infernal forms. When demons stirred, miasmas, monsters, and mutations infested the land. Then Rex Lapis summoned the Yakshas to vanquish the demons. They swore an oath: restore order through slaughter, purge evil through battle. To this, we dedicate our lives. Eons of bloodshed later, karmic debt weighed upon them, phantom wrath seeping into their broken souls. They went mad with fear, turned on each other, or succumbed to the darkness. Of the 5 foremost Yakshas, death came to 3, while the 4th vanished without a trace. In the millennia since, one conqueror of demons remains the sole surviving Yaksha in the mortal realm. And only on moonlit nights, in the glow from Guyun, and in the sound of the Dihua flute, is his memory preserved.
This book is about the Yakshas, a group of Adepti who defend Liyue. Seems like a pretty niche. The book says that the wrathful spirits of the gods all of which sound pretty horrendous. Do you think... So, there used to... Do you think that... The book's poison? Yep, Paimon thinks we've already summed up all the... So back to the matter at hand. The things we need answers on are 1, where did those soup... Now, to head back to where this all started and commit... Alright.
Flee at my command, foul demons! Flee! Why won't you flee?
Uh-oh. Looks like and there are innocent bystanders here too!
Keep back!
Oh, I don't get it. Why didn't the Sigil of Permission do? Has the evil aura of these hilly
Sigil of Permission, huh? Now why does that sound familiar? Right! It's a keepsake of the Adepti, so it must still contain traces of their power! No wonder he was able to scare those monsters away earlier!
What are you were one but given another?
Well, as it happens, there goes another bunch of
one suddenly feels ill at ease. Surely one has overexpended one's adeptal powers. Otherwise, one would surely purge these infernal beings at once.
So you were just bragging after all! Come on, Traveler. Looks like it's up to us. Use your elemental sight and hunt them down! Oh, it's that conquer.
It's you. I remember you. I was purging some living beings that had been tainted by the demonic. It would appear that I have caused you...
Huh? He isn't usually this polite. But you are exorcising demons! How is that?
That is because the changes that occurred in these monsters stem from me. Or more precisely, from the karma I have accumulated.
Mutations? Karma? Does that mean... Yeah! Paimon remembers that she...
I see. You must mean that piece of literati fan fiction from a few hundred years ago. All things are impermanent, and to exist is to suffer. We Yakshas have no need of sympathy or tears. My comrades who have passed on would see your tears as a stain upon their legacy.
Oh, Paimon's...
It matters not. In any case, I am on my way to purge a cavern of demonic influence, so we shall part with...
Wait!
No need. I am used to fighting alone. And in any case, these mutations originated from...
Well then... Oh! Consider it, Paimon...
Well, Come on, then.
So, Xiao, you've been suffering from the bad karma all this time?
Suffering is my price to pay for eons of endless slaughter. I have come to accept this. But in recent years, other living things have suffered, when the burden should be mine alone to bear. I must reflect on this. I will use the ritual known as the Bane of All Evil. To relieve, you must remain calm. Do not allow... Here! Worthless! Here! Here!
Queen of all evil. That must be the power you got for being a vigilant Yaksha, right? Paimons just realized that you only wear your mask when you're fighting the bad guys. But that Star Snatcher guy wears his mask the rest of the time, too.
Star Snatcher? I am aware of no Adeptus by such a name.
So he is a fraud! Well, we'll continue this discussion later. You should focus on your battle for now.
Worthless! Here! Worthless! Here! Worthless! Worthless! Here! Worthless! Worthless! Here! Worthless! Worthless! Here! 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 Worthless! Here! Useless! Worthless! Here! Worthless! Here! It is good that we came here. An unusual number of living things had fallen under infernal influence. Had we not arrived in good time, the consequences would have been... Now, this...
Ooh, Paimon!
An Adeptus who grants wishes. To think that people could be so easily deceived by such blatant lies.
As an Adeptus, do you have the power to grant wishes?
The Liyue of yesteryear would never ask the Adepti for boons unearned. Millennia ago, the ancestral people of Liyue asked for nothing more than the strength to defend the land they called their home.
To be honest, an Adepti...
However feeble people nowadays may be, they are not my concern. I concern myself only with following Rex Lapis's original decree.
Oops. Paimon spoke without thinking... Oh, one more thing?
Wait. Truly? Fool. Exorcising demons without exterminating them. It is no wonder they have been congregating here. If this continues, things may spiral out of even my control. We must confiscate his sigil of permission.
Great minds think alike! And it just so happens that we've got a
No. I only slay demons. I do not kill...
Who said anything about killing him?
It would certainly benefit Liyue if we could convince him to cease his wicked ways. I possess an art called Dream Trawler. It is normally used to separate the soul from the body, that one might cultivate oneself in a waking dream. But it can also be used to call forth the spirits of others.
Whoa. Now that's a real Adepti art for ya.
A ritual must be performed for this art to be used. Assist me in gathering a few items. A censer, 7 lamps, and something to
reduce the temperature. But as for the censer and the 7 lamps...
Do you know of the 2 Yaksha statues that stand guard beside a merchant? The ancestors of the people of Liyue built shrines there to honor the Yakshas. Once you have found them, meet me at the Yaksha statues after nightfall, and I will teach you how to use this art.
Ooh, this
The spirit soars the mountains.
Sorry to interrupt you, but...
Well, I'll be. A pair walk into a shrine, neither to seek nor worship gods or adepti, but to pilfer the
We know it's rude to ask, but we just need the...
For the Dream Trawler ritual, I trust. I have been in this shrine for far longer than you. Perhaps as a reward for my faithfulness, I have been endowed with some understanding of the Adepti arts.
Wow. Paimon's never heard of that happening before.
It matters not. Take what you need. They serve little purpose here, in any case.
This censored... At least it isn't as... So, next... Paimon thinks we've got all the ones we can use now. But let's say bye to that guy before we leave, shall we? Huh?
I had presumed that once you had acquired what you came for, you would forget about me and...
It's that guy.
My physical form ceased to exist over 1,000 years ago. What you witnessed earlier was an illusion. Now that you have taken the 7-star lamps and censer used in the mortal lingering ritual, my form is no longer visible. I was once a junior in the Order of the Yakshas, bestowed with the name Pervases by Rex Lapis himself. Today is the anniversary of my death. My last wish was to see a modern Liyue, and so I took the liberty of... That aside, you were sent here by the
So, you two know each...
I sense his aura upon you. That and the heavy... Even after all these millennia, he still must endure such I am truly ashamed.
Don't say that, Pervases. You sacrificed your life for...
Life is a precious thing, yes. But when I think of the burden that the Conqueror of Demons must bear... death seems to me...
Pervases...
I apologize. Birthdays are joyful occasions. The mortal lingering will not last much longer. Take care, you two. And please pass on my... If only I could taste some authentic grilled tickerfish. By wave and storm I hunt for fish. By wind and snow I slay.
Huh? Looks like he's gone then. We should get going. But...
Have you gathered the items for the rich... This censer and these lamps. Their designs are flawless. Almost as if they were made specifically for use in the...
Oh, and,
Pervases. Yes. This does have the hallmarks of something pervasive. As I thought, it seems that he could not leave Liyue behind, either. I hope that it's Well then, let us begin preparing for the ritual. Place the censer in the middle, and surround it with the 7-star lamps. Adorn the area with the items of abject cold. Once this is done, we shall proceed. Yes, this will do. Now, the next step is the key to performing Dream Trawler. There are 4 steps to performing this ritual. Offering incense, meditation, incantation, and loosing an arrow.
Seems like a real rigmarole.
Adepti arts are the product of millennia of study by Adepti. Do not dismiss their mystical workings as rigmarole. Failure to take this seriously could cause the technique to devour one's own body, or cause the spirit...
Stop talking!
When offering the incense, we place the incense into the censer with reverence for Rex Lapis in our heart. Meditation is to empty ourselves of trivial thoughts, and to focus on the target of the art we are performing. Then we shall recite the incantation in a loud voice. Devayaksha, bring forth sin! Finally, we will loose an arrow towards each of the Yaksha statues to enlist their authority for our contract. If all goes well, Star Snatcher's soul will be brought forth shortly. If you have no other questions, let us...
Then we meditate. Ugh. Paimon really doesn't... Bring forth sin! It looks like the Yaksha statues are glowing at the waist. So we just fire one arrow each at the glowing parts, right? We finished the ritual!
Close enough. Leave the rest to me. You two get ready to...
Where is one? Huh? You two look familiar. What's with one's body? One feels light, weightless. An Adepti art? You dare don the guise of an Adeptus in one's... But as for the matter of one's present location, one could have sworn that one was dozing off to sleep at Wangshu Inn not a Wait, that must be it. Of course it must. As expected of an Adeptus such as oneself. One must indeed be...
There's no helping this guy, is there?
Huh? What is the meaning of this? Do you truly...
Alright, time to take him down.
Tidal wave!
Such impertinent... Hey, stop it! Please stop! I surrender! I surrender! Yes, I do. Oh, how did I ever have the misfortune to meet you? Please, great Adepti, spare my life.
We did call your spirit here.
You deceive the masses with quackery, masquerade as an Adeptus, exorcise demons without exterminating them, and display a callous lack of regard for life. One day, you will reap that which you have sown. For those who invite the infernal into their lives, there is no redemption.
You're...
Seems like Xiao's got him scared stiff.
Oh, great Adeptus. Might I ask your name? It really is you. It's truly you. Never in my life.
You know about...
Of course. My grandfather was a To this day, I'm an avid collector of books. But ever since I discovered a sigil of permission while rummaging through my At first, I was just imitating the Adepti for fun. But slowly...
Huh. So does...
Yes. Thank you both for allowing me to witness... Please, allow me to swear this oath before the great... I swear to turn away from evil, to live an honest life, and to never again stain the...
I will remember your oath. Now go.
Thank you. 1,000 thanks for your forgiveness, and for all that you have done for Liyue.
He seemed very earnest when he was making that oath there. Guess he won't be... Oh, wait. We haven't gotten the sigil of permission back yet. Let's head over...
I wonder what the rest of the Harbingers are up to. Plotting and scheming on an ever grander scale, no doubt.
Hey there, boss!
Star Snatcher. He signed in here under the name Wong Ping An. He's already checked out. He said he wished— Ah, yes! He also requested that I give this letter to a traveler who journeys together with a talking fairy. Should they—
Talking fairy?
Well, anyway, you must be the—
How strange! Come on, open— Huh? Seems like he actually left us a few nice trinkets. Along with— Woohoo! Paimon hasn't met a bad guy like him in a long time. Yeah. Anyway, let's... There you are! We got the sigil of permission back. Do you want to...
You have my thanks.
May I take your order, sir?
1 grilled ticker fish.
Certainly. We'll prepare it for you immediately.
Huh. No almond tofu this time? Well, that...
Ticker fish was Pervasi's favorite dish. I just wanted to...
Huh.
By wave and storm, I hunt for fish. By wind and snow, I... Was there anything else? I am accustomed to eating alone.
Uh-huh! And so, Detective Paimon and the trusty traveler solved the...